Happy New Year, Dream Team Elite Network. Appreciate you taking the time out tonight to listen to some very, very important news that we've got moving forward in January. 2015 wants to be our year. We want to make this big. We all want to win in Organo Gold. What I want to say is quickly, text, call, Facebook, do whatever you need to do. Let's make sure we've got as many attendees on the line as we can at the minute. We've got 12 attendees. We've got some serious news that we definitely want everybody to listen to in terms of us moving forward as a group here in the UK and further afield now. And as you can see, we've changed the group name on the Facebook page to the Elite Network. I want to make this an elite group of people who are go-getters, who want to win. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Dave tell you the information. I want to just I want you to make a promise to the group, to yourself, and to everybody that we really get behind this concept. Let's really push forward with what you're going to hear. Some of you probably already know and have got wind or been given a heads up, but I'm super pumped up. I'm excited about what's happened because we've warranted something big as a group. We're doing the activities now. It's just going to be that next big push, going that extra step every single day to really build this brand in the UK and set ourselves up for what we want, what your family wants, and what you deserve. So, Dave, we appreciate you taking the time out to explain the big news. So, Dave, are you on the line?
I'm right here. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Perfect. No video, just audio. There we go.
All right. Yeah, my video's on. It'll probably pop up here, so if you want to mute yours, that'd be perfect. All right. OG Dream Team Elite Network. Josh, I love the name change. Just adds a little bit of oomph to what we already had going with the OG UK Dream Team, and I absolutely do believe that that's a very appropriate name with the Elite Network. That is exactly the image that we want to project. That is exactly what Organo Gold is in the industry that we're in of network marketing. OG is an elite company, and that's absolutely what we want to project. So, right, so before we still have people getting on, so I'm just going to talk about a few other quick things before we get to the big announcement. And yeah, part of it is, just to be a little cheeky and not give it to you all right away. We want to build up the anticipation and make it even more exciting. So guys, first of all, I want to talk about 2014. I want to talk about just this past month and the last 36 to 48 hours. Okay, so 2014 was the inaugural year for this team. Josh and Louise started just over 10 months ago, and so that was your first year in and kind of getting the feet wet, getting the ball rolling, planting the flag, all those wonderful cliches. And now it's time to really get going and get this thing off the ground and be visible in the world of Organo Gold as the UK team. And absolutely, it's already happening. And 2015, that's what we're going to see come to fruition. Okay, you guys are going to be a force. That's what's going on. Now, in the last couple of months, there have been a lot of improvements overall as a group, as a team, and people are really starting to plug in and do the right things, do the things that are recognized by the company as being the right activities in your business. And we saw some great examples of that finishing off the year in December. And we're seeing examples of that even in the last 24 to 36 hours where, there's more volume in the group right now than there ever has been in the last 10 months in the first 2 days of the month. Okay? So I'm going to repeat that. So in the last 2 days, your team, this group, has put in more volume into the team, okay, by placing your orders, by hitting Star Achiever right off the bat. There's been more volume in the last 2 days than in any other month since this team has started. Okay? There's been no other month where in the first 2 days there's this much volume. So congratulations, good job. What that means is that we are starting to do the right things. Okay. Now I want to be clear. If you listen to the webinar that Josh did, must have been about 3 weeks ago, where he replayed a recording of a Holton Buggs Millionaire Mentorship call, where he talked about the philosophy behind, the principles behind, the power behind the 4 steps, and he dissected the 4 steps and talked about the why of everything. That is, to this day, one of my favorite calls of all time because of how it lays it out. If you listen to that call, you understand what I'm saying about doing the right things in your business, the right activities, starting off strong at the beginning of the month and things like that. You will understand, if you heard that it's not about padding the volume or padding the checks of your upline or anything to do with that. Everything that we do, everything that we teach, everything that we train is 100% for you to have the best possible environment for the success of your particular business. Okay? That's why we train it. It's not for any other reason. And if you heard that call, you will understand that completely, because Holton lays it out absolutely better than I've ever heard any other time. Okay? So keep that in mind. When we're training on particular activities, it is for a reason. Okay? It is building upon the history, the experience, and the success and the stories of everything that's happened in the last 6 years at Organo Gold. And everything that I personally will train on or talk about or teach or give hints or nuggets about is not my information, and never, ever, ever will be my personal information. It is always coming directly from the top, from Mr. Shane Morand or from Mr. Holton Buggs or somebody that they have trained personally, okay? Meaning, could be from the Millionaire Mentorship calls, right? That's where the information is coming from. So keep that in mind. This is not me. I'm speaking right from the top down always, and keeping the information 100% correct. Okay? All right. So specifically, the right activities that you guys have been doing, ordering early in the month, right? We've seen that just in the last 24 hours. I know that auto ships are due to come out on the 5th, so I'm expecting that we should see a big jump in volume there as well, because many of you have your auto ship set for the 5th, or you'll be ordering in the next 3 days leading up to the 5th. So we still have a few days to see that everybody is on board ordering early in the month, getting that habit down so it's happening every single month, okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing, Star Achiever. We are getting more and more Star Achievers every month. We have some people who I believe are 4-star achievers already for January, and 8 more months of that, and you're going to get the recognition for the 12-month Star Achiever in the watch, right? So Star Achiever is key for people who are building the business. Now, if you're really not ready to do this, we're not asking you to order that much product and stock it in your living room or in your garage. What we want is that if you're ordering that product, you're moving that product within weeks or days even, right? You're moving it, and you're probably even reordering again in the same month. So if you're doing the right things and sharing and sampling, right, and sipping yourself, you're going to need at least that much product in a month anyway. That's the key. Another thing that is going on that is really, really good, and that the habit is starting to occur, is paying attention to your personal qualifications. Okay? So if you're in this business and you intend on making commissions, you intend on moving up in the ranks, the very first rank of any significance that gets you in the game is consultant, right? You want to be a consultant. To be a consultant, you need to place your minimum 100 CV order for that calendar month, and you need to make sure that you have one person personally enrolled on your right, one person personally enrolled on your left, who also has placed an order that month. That means you have a dual team that month, a dual team qualified, and that qualifies you as a consultant, which means that you are now qualified to receive the maximum amount of commission based on your rank. Okay? You want to be a qualified consultant as early in the month as you possibly can. And if you're training and duplicating your team to do the things that we just talked about, that should happen on the very first day of the month. Because when you have your frontline people, your team, and they're ordering on the first of the month, you're automatically qualified consultant on the very first day because you've placed your order and they're placing their orders. And if they're in the business, they're not just going to be ordering the minimum 50 CV. They're going to be ordering a minimum of 100 CV as well, right? And they're also going to be qualifying as consultants. Very, very important stuff. So I just wanted to go over some of those qualification details, some of the things that you guys are really starting to do right. Okay, so I want to recognize you for that, congratulate you for that, and keep it going. Make it better, bigger, stronger. Duplicate it. Make sure that you're duplicating that throughout your team. Now, all of this talk and all of this review and making sure that you're doing the right things does have a lot to do with this big announcement that we're about to make. Just going to quickly see our attendees. We've got a nice long list of attendees on the line. So fantastic. Thank you all for showing up. And with that, I think we're just gonna go ahead. This call is not gonna be long. We're gonna make the announcement. We're gonna get you all fired up and excited for it, and then we're gonna leave you alone to think about it. Hopefully, not getting any sleep tonight because you're gonna be too busy anticipating what's gonna be happening in just over a month from now. So, with that, Josh, get ready to jump back on here because I definitely want to want you to participate in this as well. But I'm going to start off telling you a little bit of the background, the lead up to the story. Okay, yes, I'm building more and more anticipation. Isn't that lovely? All right, so just over 10 months ago, Josh and Louise started in OrganoGold in the UK. And now, 10 months later, this is what we have. We have this OG Dream Team Elite Network, okay? And it's big, and it's impressive. We have a long way to go, but so far, it's going fantastic, okay? Now, here's something to keep in mind. 10 months ago, this is how we were communicating. Josh and I, this is how we started. We're communicating online, through the internet, through Skype, FaceTime, chatting, and this is how we started the business. We all know how inspired and hardworking Josh can be. And he really, and we were just discussing this, he really was on fire for the first many months. But that's all it was. He was so excited and pumped up and on fire that he just got this thing going just on his own effort and steam. But as he started learning more and more, started doing more personal development, and focusing his energies on the right things, things have gotten a lot more organized and focused and on task and on purpose. And we're in a really, really good place right now. Having said this, since Josh and Louise started 10 months ago, there has not been any leadership from OrganoGold that has actually set foot on UK soil, right? There's never been a sapphire, a ruby, emerald, diamond, or above that has set foot on the UK soil to be there with you guys. So on that note, I would like to further congratulate Josh and Louise and this entire team for accomplishing what you have accomplished pretty much on your own. And that is no small feat, okay? So absolute congratulations to you guys for having persevered and gone through that, because there's some very, very good little challenges that have come up during that time, all right? So is it time? Absolutely. So here's what's going down. We have decided, so in speaking with Josh, I got on a call with our Black Diamond Elite senior partners, Steve and Rhonda Martin, just about a month ago or 3 weeks ago. and I said, guys, we really need to talk about this. I think the Dream Team needs a visit, and they need it soon. And so I personally requested and asked if Steve Martin, Black Diamond, could come to the UK and have a visit with you guys. And he and Rhonda had actually already been talking about the same thing during the same week, because we're seeing the same things at the same time. So that was good indication for me as well. But that's what's going on, guys. So in February, Mr. Steve Martin, Black Diamond from Organo Gold, will be coming to the UK and visiting you guys. He will be working hand in hand. Do not expect to get a whole lot of sleep, because when Mr. Martin is training, when he is there, and when he is giving of himself, he doesn't stop. Okay, and some of you have actually experienced this already, because there was, I believe, 14 people from this team that actually attended the first European convention in Rome last year, and myself and Steve Martin were there, and you know how it is. He's always going to give you more than you expect, and that's what's going to be going down next month. So this is going to be February, the weekend of February 14th. Okay. I just realized that happens to be Valentine's, so perfect. Mr. Steve Martin will be your Valentine for the weekend. There should be no other Valentine's Day activities, because this is going to be more important than that. Okay. And if you need to bring your spouse or your partner, your lover for Valentine's celebration, bring them to this, okay? And then all of your next Valentines for the rest of your life will be taken care of, just based on what you're going to learn that weekend, all right? So February 14th weekend, Mr. Martin will be there. It will be an all-day event, Saturday and Sunday. There may be something going on Friday. We do not have any of the details for you exactly at this moment, but we will have them for you within the next week or two max. So your job now is to start building. Continue to do the right things that I just discussed previously. Star Achiever, qualifying as a consultant immediately, ordering at the beginning of the month, and doing all your daily activities. Sip, sample, share, sell, okay, all that stuff. Now, if you're doing that for this month, and at the beginning of February, before Mr. Martin arrives, there will be recognition on that weekend, and there will be some part of the weekend will be for qualified achievers, okay? So we don't know exactly yet what the details will be, what the qualifications will be, but I will tell you that if you're doing the right things in your business that we've spoke about, you will be qualified to attend whatever event is going on for the qualification event, okay? Other than that, it's going to be open. You want to start thinking now, continue to build your business, and when it gets closer to time, it's going to be guests. You're going to have all of your team inviting, and you're going to bring guests, because there will be opportunity meetings done by Mr. Steve Martin. It will be absolutely off the hook. It will be fantastic. You guys will not regret it. You guys are going to have the best time ever. You're going to have the best training ever. And I'm telling you, once he gets going, he doesn't stop. You guys are going to have to buy stacks of paper and notebooks and maybe extra pens and be ready, because you're going to get everything you need that weekend to be able to move forward in your business very, very quickly after that. Not only that, one more thing, Mr. Martin will have just come from our Las Vegas Project 50,000 event the weekend before, okay, where I will be with him as well. We have a Ruby Retreat training, and then we have the Project 50,000 weekend training event. And so you guys are going to be getting the best of the best of the best information, because he's going to be coming right off of that event to come to see you guys. All right? So that's what's going on, guys. Josh, please come back on the line and give us your thoughts on this and how excited you are, and then we'll wrap this up and we'll let everybody try to get some sleep.
Well, yeah, it's big news for the group. It's big news for the team. We just need to make sure that we honour this in terms of we all make sure that we bring the team. You know what I mean? Bring the group. And it's for me now. I've got some notes here that I just want to work through. I think January now is the critical month in moving forward in this business. We have a core group now, a culture of working, a culture of people who want this. It's just a case now of making sure January is that critical month for your business. Have a plan in place. If you're not being coached or mentored by someone who's going to build you towards this big event, then I highly recommend that you reach out to someone that little bit higher who's going to get you working towards that goal. And what I want to say is this group now, it's we can win. We can win with this opportunity, and it only requires that little bit more. I was speaking to Alex Cannon earlier today regarding his plan, and it's all about consistency. I've said it time and time again. When I look back to my journey, he said, I did not have the skill set. I did not have the skill set to do this, to build groups this big, but what I did have was consistent work ethic every single day. And I'm not saying you've got to kill yourself with time. We've all got family, jobs, etc., and other things that come into life. But what we do have, what you can make to yourself, is a commitment to make this happen, whatever that is for you, okay? And this is where you work with your coach and decide what's best for you. And what I'd touch on tonight is look at 2 to 3 areas that you could improve on moving forward to February 14th and 15th, and put those in place and make those a priority, okay, in moving forward. We say it time and time again, treat this as a business, as a multi-million-dollar business, and it will pay you that way. Dave said perfectly tonight, the goal wants to be getting people paid and promoted, moving forward, putting money in the pocket and bringing in new people to make this the elite network that we want, okay? Dave said plug in. Let's recognize massively what the company is looking for us to do in terms of Star Achiever, the 4 steps, the 2020 plan, okay? You hear me on the group now, I'm really getting behind this Zone 1, okay? And Zone 1 basically means the activities that are going to produce you income. For me, that can be as simple as giving away free coffee, getting some more retail customers. Let's make sure we've got all the basics of the 10 customers, because we've got these big events now and we're starting to make some noise in terms of getting the training that we want and we need moving forward. We just need to make sure that we're, as a group and a serious business partners, we're doing the activities that are needed to take this brand to that next level, because we're going to look back in 18 months and we're going to make this happen. So it's just a case now of those small extra efforts each day consistently, whether that's sampling 2 more people every day, whether that's inviting 2 more people to a launch call, a webinar, or the business overview, whatever that is, just go that extra effort, okay? Every single day. And when I look back, that's I was working a lot Lane Gym, £5 per hour, okay? And I'm making great incomes now, okay? I don't need to make any income claims tonight, but it's there, okay? And I've made that happen through work ethic, and I'm willing to show you exactly what I've done, okay? There's no ego in terms of me. I'll help anyone who reaches out, who wants that help and mentoring. So, guys, it's exciting times, 14th and 15th. Let's clear that calendar. All roads lead to that now. Lead to that. Anyone who's been a suspect, who's questioned it, get them in front of Steve Martin. We had the honour to go out there in the early stages of our Organo Gold career. We visited Rome, and we heard him. We dined with him, and we just listening. And I'm telling you this, he's got an aura about him that is a winner. Okay, you want to be around people like that. Rarely am I Alfred, should I say? But listen, this guy's the real deal, and look at his results. His results speak massive amounts to me. I only have to look at not necessarily his income, but what he's produced in terms of being a family man and everything else that's about him. It's just great. So let's make sure that we all build to that. What I recommend we do, me and Bradley are trying to get a hotel finalised. It's probably going to be at the Cedar Court on the M1. So get the hotel booked. Okay, stop the Saturday night. and keep it intense, keep it engaged. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what I recommend to do. Don't book yet because we haven't finalised the hotels, but what I recommend you do to keep the intensity there, as Dave said, he's coming back off Project 50,000, where he's going to be probably teaching us some of the new stuff, the intense stuff, which we want to build this brand in the UK. And one final point to make before we let you get off the call is Steve Martin is known for building the business in other countries. He's known, he's won awards for that within Organo Gold. So why not listen exactly to what he's got to say in terms of how we can better build this brand quicker, faster, and more aggressively in the UK. So guys, really appreciate you taking the time out tonight to listen to what we've got to say. We hope you're excited. We hope you're fired up. As I've said, let's make January big. Let's push. Let's compress the success. Let's make it happen. And I'll see you all at the top. Good night. Do you want to say night, Dave?
You just did it, Josh. Good night, everybody, and stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more short videos and training tips leading up to this event. This is the first major event that you guys are going to have seen there, and we want you guys to be prepared, prepped, and doing the right thing. So stay tuned for lots of more little communications like that on the page, and be ready to promote the power of events, guys. Cash Cow CDs, last track on the last CD. Listen to that again. All right? Thanks, Josh. Good night, everybody.